Sehr gut. Sehr gut.
I'm a time traveler from the year 2025, and I've come here to kill you, Hitler.
Oh, not again. I'm never gonna have enough time to finish these paintings with all of these time travelers trying to kill me.
Well, I'm going to succeed.
Before you pull the trigger, can I just ask why? Why do all of you people want to kill me?
Isn't it obvious? I'm a progressive, a liberal, a fighter for social justice. And you are a fascist who implemented a reign of terror. And while the effects of your policies devastated the world for decades, soon we will be able to take back the White House, and we will be able to use the government to force people to follow our great ideas.
You want to use government power to force your ideas on the populace. Me too! That's fantastic!
What? No. Ugh. You and I have nothing in common. What I'm saying is there are people in our time with dangerous ideas, and we need to silence them.
Silencing those who disagree with you. I do that too! Oh, wunderbar! Oh, the Nazi movement will not die with me.
Don't give me that! I'm enlightened, and you're as bad as... well, as Hitler. Listen, what I'm trying to say is we are very close to implementing a utopia, as long as we can get rid of some certain undesirable people groups.
Yes, like the Jews.
Yes, like the Jews. Oh.
So, in the future,
Oh.
you also do not like the Jews?
Well, no. But we don't believe in segregating all the races like you do. I mean, except for, like, graduation ceremonies. In dorms. And hiring practices. Oh, and admissions policies. That sort of thing.
I, too, am a fan of the segregation. I'm sorry, I have to ask, is this a real firearm, or is this some kind of toy for kids?
It's a flare gun. I'm trying not to support America's toxic gun culture. I'm a firm believer in gun control.
Gun control! This was one of my ideas, too. Ban them from the undesirables. Yes, look here. Oh, and your shirt. This is an organization founded by Margaret Sanger. Yes?
Wait, you know about Margaret Sanger?
Jawohl, of course. Oh, she's such a lovely person.
No. She's a fighter for reproductive rights, for women's empowerment,
And the eradication of undesirable populations by means of eugenics. Brilliant lady, very inspiring. I must use some of her ideas in our socialized healthcare system.
Socialized healthcare? That's not your thing. That's our thing.
No, it's very much my thing. Did you know that Nazi means National Socialist German Workers' Party? Nazi is just more catchy. Nazi. Just rolls off the tongue.
No. This can't be true. This has to be some sort of mistake. We are nothing alike. You're Adolf Hitler, evil right-wing fascist dictator, and I'm a feminist restorative justice advocate. And a vegetarian.
You're a vegetarian? Me too!
Okay, I am so confused right now. I came here with a clear goal in mind to kill the most evil man who I've ever lived. Besides Ronald Reagan. But now that I'm meeting you in person, you're not at all what I thought you were. And your painting is actually really good. What do you call it?
I call it Ein Reich ohne Juden.
Wow. I don't know what that means, but it sounds beautiful.
It does, doesn't it?
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the program. Listen, do me a favor, would you please? Would you please consider lifting that finger and like, share, follow this program? I do these breaks every now and then because sometimes, right? Sometimes we need just a little opportunity to laugh. And that's what we're going to do today. You might want to share this program. Give your fellow friends and family an opportunity just to bring a little levity into their week. Today's program is brought to you by the fine folks I've partnered with at Goldco. It's simple. Now is the time to protect your money with gold and silver. Request your free gold and silver kit today. By the way, if you ever have any issues with the stream, just hit refresh. It happens. The system kind of hates any conservative broadcasters, right? Just hit refresh. It should fix it. Folks, here's all I'm asking is go to JovanLovesGold.com. Request your free gold and silver kit today. I'm telling you, something is coming in the way of a changeover. You're going to need to be prepared, especially if you have a 401k, IRA, etc. Just do it, folks. Just do it. And you might qualify to get up to $10,000 in free silver. I got another one for you if you're stressing out. Yep, we've got the wonderful folks at CB Distillery. They're great for sleep. You know, if you don't sleep, it ruins your day. Everything in your day. Everything's harder. And everything sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? CBD from CB Distillery. It can make a real difference. It's not just about sleep, though. It has solutions that work with your body, help with stress, pain after exercise, even mood and focus. It's all made with the highest quality, clean ingredients, no fillers, just premium CBD. Imagine waking up rested, enjoying your day without those nagging aches and pains. That's the real win of CB Distillery Solutions. That's why over 2 million people do it. Here's my go-to right there. The CBD relief stick right there, folks. I'm telling you, the bomb. Roll on. Wake up at night hurting? Nope. I roll it on, and I'm telling you, it's like seconds. I'm back asleep. Ask everybody, right? Ask everybody in chat. They'll tell you so many people use it. So if you're ready for better sleep, less stress, feeling good in your own skin again, try CBD from CB Distillery. And right now you can save 25% off your entire purchase. Visit CB Distillery and use promo code Jovan. That's cbdistillery.com, promo code Jovan, cbdistillery.com. Promo code Jovan. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of a laugh. Every now and then we kind of have to just laugh at this lunacy. Or maybe it's just like watching a train wreck. Right? You know, you can get overloaded with all the stuff going on, talking politics or even talking culture. But sometimes I tell you, culture is pretty damn entertaining. We don't need for major networks and stuff to put this whacked out loony crap in television shows or movies. You know why? Because it's on social media every day. So, folks, what the hell did I just watch? It's volume 6. We're going to have some fun. We're going to watch some train wrecks. Share this program right now. We'll get started in just about 2 minutes.
Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The historic Maricopa County full forensic audit effort processed 20,895,610 digital and forensic images of varying formats, resulted in 208 million individual evidence-proof files. The system processed over 58 billion forensic measurements, resulting in over 2 trillion individual base computations. No hopium, no hype, just hardcore forensic evidence. Please make sure the Maricopa County Full Forensic Audit Archives survive. Donate now. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We can't do it without you. We need you. America needs you. Our future needs you. Please donate now.
Warning. The following program has been rated Dilligaff and is intended for open-minded audiences. If the truth offends you, or if you are allergic to focused intensity, intellectual athleticism, or the occasional F-bomb or even irreverent humor, please switch off now. If your delicate sensibilities need to be worried about or addressed, Might we recommend the underwater basket weaving channel to you? Otherwise, sit back, enjoy the wisdom, insight, and wicked sense of humor.
Cut the crap. How many times a day do you want to say that to politicians, the elite, the loony liberals, the fake news media, and the gender-confused, emotional socialist snowflake crowd? Cut the crap is your secret weapon for fighting for our freedoms and our great republic. It all begins with a massive mental enema, freeing you from the toxic news and politically correct views, which constipate your consciousness with stinking thinking. Your host, JovanHuttonPulitzer. He's known for calling out politicians and telling them to cut the crap. You've seen him on virtually every television network and listened to him on Coast to Coast Radio. And now he's here to help you learn to fight for America. Culture, race, and American politics. They all have one thing in common. They all need to cut the crap. Now, here's your host, JovanHuttonPulitzer.
Okay, guys, let's get away from the culture, race, and American politics from the political standpoint. And tell you what, let's engage in a little what in the hell did I just watch? This is volume 6. We decided to volumize it so you could keep up with it. And this is just where, you know, time spent out there looking at the wonderful world we live in. By the way, Denise Montgomery says she loves me. I'm consistent. I love you too. I love you long time. Long time. I promise, Joe. Did I ever tell you that story? I'll tell you a very funny story. This was probably 1990, right? I was basically living in the Washington, D.C. area. I'd been recruited up to do work. I brought in a friend of mine from Arizona, Scott Flansburgh. Do you remember Scott Flansburgh on television, the human calculator, the guy that can do math in his head quicker than you can punch it in a calculator? He's truly a genius. Anyway, good friend of mine. I had done all of his infomercial work, you know, where you saw the human calculator across television. So I invited him up to D.C. He had a new girlfriend that he wanted to introduce me to, right? And at the time, I had a young girlfriend that I was doing my best to tear the lining out of, if you know what I mean. And so I decided to give Scott and his new girlfriend a tour of DC and all the monuments. So I'm driving my BMW 740. Not that that's anything, but that's what it was because, you know, it's a bigger car. And I'm driving and my little squeeze is to my right. And behind me is Scott and his girlfriend. And I'm driving around town. And I get to the area of town where all of the DC hookers were. Come on, if you're going to bring your buddies in town, you got to show them where all the hookers are, right? Just for oogling factor. And I proceeded to tell him a story. I said, you know, when I first came to DC the first time, right here in this corner, a little Asian girl walks up to the car because I had the window down and says, "Hey, Joe, you want fun time? I love you a long time." About that time, I get hit up the side of the head. And it's my little girlfriend. She just smacked the shit out of me and said, "How did she know your name?" Now, of course, those of you know that my family calls me Joe. She had no concept that that was G.I. Joe term, little hooker use. Oh, you know, like for the military personnel. Oh, Joe, hey, I love you a long time. And she smacked the shit out of me. I didn't get mad. All I could do was laugh. How'd she know your name? Oh, man, funniest stuff. Anyway, yes. So, Denise, I love you a long time. Speaking of loving long time, you know, life's too hard not to laugh, right? Life's too hard not to laugh. So I try to bring some laughs in our life. And by the way, I want to let you know, when you see me doing this, it's not just because I'm ADD and dyslexic, and that's why you'll eventually figure out I prayed a dog. But I'm watching all the different chats across all the different channels. Now, of course, in real time, I can't reply to them all, right? And how'd she know your name? Anyway, but I see what goes on. And in YouTube yesterday, somebody posted during the program, if Woody Harrelson and Richard Dreyfuss had a baby, it would look like Jovan, and I can't unsee it. If Woody Harrelson and Richard Dreyfuss had a baby, it would look like Jovan, and I cannot unsee it. Now, it's very funny because I've been told that many times in my life that I look like Woody Harrelson. So we say, what the fuck, right? Anyway, they were saying it in chat. And so I've kind of, as when I was younger, I used to get Woody Harrelson all the time. As I get older, I look more and more like the Jewish old man I am. I get more Richard Dreyfuss, especially as he looks now. So what do you think? Do you think I look like Woody? Or do you think we're going to need a bigger boat? So what do you think? Do I look like Woody? Or do I look like Richard Dreyfuss? Now, what's very funny, is now with technology, you know, you can merge these together. By the way, in 1999, I did the very first Photoshop merge, showed it on national television. Robbie says I look like Dreyfuss with a Woody. I did the first Photoshop, or my team did, merge a face photo way back then on our show on Fox, and it was my co-host and myself. People didn't know that at that time my co-host and I were married, and so we had to explain her leaving the show. She was pregnant, and so eventually, after a long time, you know, basically let people know we're actually married and going to have a baby. She's going to be stepping down, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we did that. So is it Woody or is it Richard Dreyfuss? Which one do you think? Do I look like Woody or do I look like Richard Dreyfuss? Now, if you think about, we have technology to merge. What if we took Woody or Richard Dreyfuss and merged with me? What do you think? Do I look like my dad Dreyfuss? Or do I look like my dad Woody? What do you think? Do I look like my dad Dreyfuss? Because this is a merge. This is a merge of him and me. And this is a merge of him and me. Which one of my parents would I look like? Put it in chat. Right? I'm stunt double, yes. Most people don't know that. If you know me, you've seen me speak. I am Chris Hemsworth, you know. Thor, I'm his stunt double. Most people do not know that. Yes, I am his stunt double. Totally. I'm a dead ringer. If you took me and stripped me naked and you took him and stripped me naked and you stuck us both side by side, you would clearly be able to see why I stunt double his ankles. It's just true. I stunt double his ankles. But you know I'm about truth and transparency, right? And I'm really big on transparency and truth. And it's funny when people say that, this is what you would look like if you did, or this is what you would look like or did. And some says, well, when you're younger, you look like Woody, and you're older, you look like Richard Dreyfuss. You want me to tell you why you're really going to need a bigger boat? Anyway, but I'm really, okay, so let me show you. This is Woody with no merge. This is Richard with no merge. I'm going to show it to you again. This is Woody with no merge. This is Richard with no merge. This is Richard merging with me. You can tell it's a merge. See the background change? This is Richard merging with my face. This is Woody merging with my face. You're right. Talk about one ugly mug. But I got to tell you, I guess I'm obsessively compelled to be transparent and truthful, right? And because I have medical patents, and because I have patents with the application of medical treatments, etc., applied specifically to your DNA, I got to thinking about this. From a DNA standpoint, just purely scientific, right? Relying only on not theory, not feelings, just scientific at a DNA level. If I was the product of Woody Harrelson and Richard Dreyfuss, so I entered it into the computer, and this is what it says I would look like as a baby. Now, I don't know. You tell me, but I think it's probably more correct if Woody and Richard Dreyfuss got together and tried to make a baby. What do you think? Can you see the resemblance? I didn't eat no corn. I'm just telling you. I don't want any misconceptions that, you can combine this and get this. Because I know if this and this, these two guys try to have a baby, I absolutely know the baby's coming out looking at this. Shannon said she didn't see that coming. That's very true. Because I was on your back. Anyway. What the hell did I just watch? Right? This is volume 6. Corn Pop's one rough dude. And we're taking a look at, come on, we're just like, you don't get my joke that I told Shannon that she said, I never saw that coming. I said, you wouldn't because I'd be on your back. Do you all not know that joke? Are you kidding me that you do not know that joke? Out of all this time, as all of us, the adults in the room, you do not know that joke? How do you turn your girlfriend or your wife into a one-eyed dolphin? You don't know that? Crawl on her back? Tell her you're going to have anal sex? Okay. Speaking of that, do you know what a throuple is? A throuple? You'll be telling that one all day. One-eyed dolphin. Look at all the ladies. They go, I know what you're talking about. Here's a throuple. Now, this seems to be catching on, right? And I'm surprised. It's kind of like the nerds, the weirdest ones are the ones that are really doing the throwdown. That's why it's people like us just kind of have to joke about it, right? Here's a throuple. Let me introduce you to a new trend called a throuple.
Sorry for party rocking.
The first one that danced, I think the name was Circus. Is that a dude or a dudette?
Sorry for party rocking.
What is that? Now, this is a throuple. A throuple basically means they're a three-part couple. But what is that first one?
Sorry for party rocking.
Look, I will always be who I am and be transparent. What dude doesn't want two chicks? I mean, come on. If we told the truth, cover your ears. Oh my God, he's sinning. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Okay? What a guy's fantasy is to have a harem. I admit it. I'm not going to hide from it. Who wouldn't? Right? Who wouldn't? Somebody said that's not a throuple, that's a throw-upple. I love that. Oh, shit. A throw-upple. Not a throuple. That's freaking brilliant, dude. You've been eating that Hawaiian pineapple, been working with your brain. A throuple. Nope, that's a throw-upple. Well, it seems like amongst the nerd set, right? If you're a hetero, you got to understand me. I'm as hardcore as it is. I'm a certified 50 Shades of Gray, dark gray, and completely back trainer. Trust me, right? What dude wouldn't want a throuple? Not a throw-upple, but I love that. I'm going to use that. I'm stealing that forever, dude. A throw-upple. That was freaking a stroke of genius. Anyway, I found another throuple. It's interesting. They're all over social media.
It's been a while since I went over this, so let's do a quick refresher. We are a three-parent family raising two amazing children. My husband and I, we're a married couple. We're raising our kids alongside our platonic co-parent. We're not all in a romantic relationship, though. My husband and I are polyamorous, and he does have another partner, but that person doesn't live with us. The three of us all do live under one roof, and our oldest child is now 3 years old. We've nicknamed them Peach for the internet. We also have a new baby that we've nicknamed Strawberry. We use gender-neutral language when we talk about our kids, one, to allow them to grow up to be whoever they're going to be, and two, to help protect their privacy. Our children call us Daddy. My husband is Papa. My co-parent is Momo. And they're growing to understand all of us as equal parents. They know their biological background, but they also know that we all love and treasure them. If you want to learn more about our family, you're welcome to follow my page, and I'm always happy to answer questions.
Now, I got to tell you, and guys, you know what I'm talking about. The idea of having extras, cool. But it's now the nerds and the uncool dorks that get it, not regular people. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get extras. I don't get a lot of things. I think in a way, right, like Coffee Gal says, poor kids, who knows, gender neutral. I don't know what that is. Daddy, this hurts. What is it? I don't know what it is. Strawberry? I want to check your mental acuity observational skills. You ready? This is a test of the emergency mental acuity observation skills network. Ready? Go. Read the captions. So here's what I think this is. She had to be cute as a female, and it is a female who had her boobies moved trying to play a male. She'd actually be attractive as a guy. When you look down to the nether region, she's not going to show you, but I think the reason it is showing its arm is because, that's where they build the penis flap strap meat from, right? Is that it? Is that your take of this? Like, what the hell is this? Yeah. Okay. Wouldn't it be rather confusing today to be out in the dating world? Answer me this. Okay. Answer me this. Let's say a woman that to her core, she's only sexually attracted to women. So she's a lesbian, right? Now, let's say she's repulsed by men, right? Now, answer me this question. If, in fact, she's a woman, she's attracted to women, doesn't want anything to do with men, why does that woman then try to look everything like she can that's a man? Now, they talk about being confused and gender dysphoria. Just a question, because I'm trying to figure it out. A female who only loves velvet tacos and bumping donuts, doesn't want anything to do with things that project outward, not into sausage parties, hates everything about men, doesn't want to kiss a man, doesn't want to be with a man, loves women who love the softness of women. So she transforms herself into the very thing she detests. I just got a question. Isn't that freaking crazy? I do not understand it. If you're a woman and you love the feminine body, right? And that's what attracts you, and you like being that, why would you want to transform yourself into a man? And you're right, they're trying to fix a mental issue with physical changes because, and get this, ready? I never felt like I was real in my body. It all felt like I was play acting. So to fix it, I'm going to cut off my boobs, take off my forearm, take away the vagina I love, put on the penis I hate, and play act that I'm a man. How does that work? Now, I know it's a lot of the mental gymnastics, right? I learned a long time ago in advancing my brain that whatever you focus on, whatever you think of in your brain, whatever you bring to the image in your mind, you'll eventually become. It's true. Now, I remember when I heard this in junior high, it just kind of stuck with me because I thought, oh, fuck, I'm going to turn into a hot chick. I don't get the insanity of it. I don't get the insanity of it because the issue in society is I didn't ever feel like I fit in. I didn't feel comfortable in my body. I felt like I was play acting. I felt like I was wearing a mask. So you're going to cut off your boobs, sew up your vagina, take the skin off your forearm, build a flapticle that you can pump up, like an old man who needs to pump up his wanker when you need it. and you hate that, but you want that on you. Wouldn't that be like permanently appending something you hate on your body? She didn't want anything to do with penis. Hates it so much, she's going to cut off her forearm to make a penis on her body so she can look at the very thing she hates and wants nothing to do with. And the people who have the knives make money. I will never get this. I will never get it. And that's kind of these things like, what the hell did I look at? It could be worse, though. You could find out she's an alien princess.
Hello, it's Polly, and I got caught in the rain today, and the raindrops, they splattered on my bald head, and I could feel it, and I could hear it, and it was so weird, and I loved it.
This is a real person who has an account that bills herself as an alien princess. And yes, she pauses a little bit. She could feel the rain on her bald head.
Hello, it's Polly, and I got caught in the rain today, and the raindrops, they splattered on my bald head, and I could feel it, and I could hear it, and it was so weird, and I loved it.
To each their own. She's serious. She has a serious account, but she bills herself as an alien princess. True story. True story. Right? I mean, really, a true story. I'm going to show you something sad. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you a warning. I'm going to shit on your emotions. This is not a joke. When I saw this, all I could think is, what the are you freaking kidding me? But this is 100% true. This is not comedy. I am not setting you up, even though you have a hard time telling when I'm setting you up, because I will screw with you. But you're going to think, what the freak did I just watch? Pay close attention.
Today's the day that I get to drop my daughter off for the rest of her life. I can't really say that I feel sad about it.
Today's the day I get to drop my daughter off for the rest of her life.
Today's the day that I get to drop my daughter off for the rest of her life. I can't really say that I feel sad about it. I really don't care. I gave up custody of my kid. I put her up for adoption. She's 7 years old. Oh, sorry. I literally just woke up. She's going to school.
She's doing a video celebrating. Let me set this up and I'll let you watch the whole part of it. She's doing a video celebrating. She took her daughter to school. She just woke up. She's doing a video and she's excited because today is the day she gives her daughter away permanently. And she's going to go and pick her up. That's a pretty sad thought. She's excited. What's even more sad is the remaining part of what she says.
Today's the day that I get to drop my daughter off for the rest of her life. I can't really say that I feel sad about it. I really don't care. I gave up custody of my kid. I put her up for adoption. She's 7 years old. Oh, sorry. I literally just woke up. She's going to school. I'm about to drop her off to her last day of school. I have to take her to. And then the adoptees are picking her up from the school pickup line. And yeah, I'm a free woman after that. I'm selling my house. I'm buying an RV. I'm about to travel the world. I'm pretty excited. I have been like waiting for this moment my entire life, ever since I had her, and I was being guilty and not giving her up just because like I felt like as a mom you're not supposed to give your kid up. But then I had a good talk with like my boyfriend, and he said that it doesn't matter what other people think, it's what you want, and I don't want a kid, so.
That's pretty sick. Could you imagine? She said this is what she's wanted from the day she had her. That's a serious video. And it's no big deal. Just letting you know, I'm giving her up. And then she'll be free, sell her home, get an RV, and travel the world. I can only imagine what that little 7-year-old girl, and how ironic, this is probably what happens to those kids.
Hello, it's Polly, and I got caught in the rain today, and the raindrops, they splattered on my bald head, and I could feel it, and I could hear it, and it was so weird, and I loved it.
Yeah, I'm playing that one back to you because think about this. A 7-year-old child, that's mom. She has to know that mom doesn't love her, doesn't want her, and that her mom just discards her. Now, in a moment of clarity, knowing she couldn't be a good mother, God bless her that she lets the child go on and have a good family. And I hope everything works out okay, right? But this is a 7-year-old child. And they remember that. And I think a lot of what we're seeing in society is children who are ignored and left aside. And they're trying to figure out who they are and get people to look at them. And I can tell you, you can study this phenomenon. You can look at Hollywood and how many Hollywood stars have transgender kids. The epidemic in Hollywood of extreme liberal, and then you got a kid in the mix, right? Who doesn't feel loved because parents aren't there, right? Don't feel as cool as their parents. No wonder a lot of them in Hollywood have transgender kids. They're just trying to say, look at me, look at me, look at me. Horrible, isn't it? The next thing I'm going to show you is another horrible one. Many of you that have followed me for years know it was, a court system, mid-60s, gave my mother, who was a prostitute, drug-addicted, alcoholic woman, and in the 60s, and I was barely a year old. So as my two older sisters and me, and the court system gave us to our mother. Ironically, it's one of my earliest and only memories of my mother, a little over 1 year old. And I can remember her holding me up to the window in the airplane, having me look out the window, saying, this is California. This is your new home. It's plain as day. Remember my mother's German voice and the whole bit, and the plane, the whole bit. So kids remember these things, by the way, right? But for me, and knowing my story, a year plus after that, thanks to two nuns who discovered us, social services were able to get us, my two sisters and myself, I'm being the youngest, we were living under the front porch of my mother's row house in Carmel, California. Beautiful place, horrible memories. And my sisters were begging for food to keep us fed because my mom's turning tricks upstairs, right? And so that got us back to our dad. And so I know kids can get a quasi-normal life after that. But when I think about that, now the next video I'm going to show you is because this stuff really happens. And I don't think people realize how often it happens. And so I promise this is the only sad one left after that. I'm going to dump my daughter, which, by the way, if she can, that lady, and she realizes it, and kid 7-year-old, God bless that she found the kid a home. Let's just hope she get a good home. But I'm going to show you this one, right? Of a little girl that was discovered by somebody. You got to listen carefully. I can't crank the volume on this because his voice will blast you out, but you will hear this precious little 6-year-old girl, I think.
Anybody here?
I'm here.
Where? In the shed?
Yes, I can see you from this window.
Where at?
Hi.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Who else is there with you?
It's just my water bottle and me.
How old are you?
6.
6?
Yes.
Where are your parents at?
They're down.
How do you open it?
The pool.
The hole?
There. On your hand.
Here? I can't climb that. Well, do you have your phone? You have a phone for your parents? Do you have a phone for your parents? You don't have a phone? Okay. Was there a man here earlier? He said you had bruises. Do you have any bruises? How did that happen? The ground? You fell? Oh, okay. You're just concerned because you're here by yourself. You're not supposed to be by yourself. You know that, right? Okay. Do you have air conditioning in there? Do you have water? No. Is it hot in there? It is? Okay. I'm going to see what I can do to help you, okay? Are you scared? You're going to be okay. There's no other door to get to you. I have people coming in to help, okay? You don't have any keys? No? Okay. Kids don't have keys? I have some friends coming, okay? We're going to try and help you, okay? Just want to let you know I'm still here, okay? Do you need anything? Are you thirsty? Yes. You are? Do you have water in there or no? No?
The child had been confined in the shed for approximately 26 hours, during which local temperatures exceeded 100 degrees.
Do you have food? Are you hungry? I'll see what I can do to get you food and water, okay? How long have you been alone? What would you say, like maybe like an hour or more? Do your parents always leave you alone? Only when you're bad? Okay. Do you live with your, does mom and dad live here? You do? Okay. You live here too? You have any brothers? No? Do you have any sisters? One little sister? Where's she at? Oh, okay. What's her name? Oh, okay. So you're the big sister, right?
Six-year-old precious little girl who obviously had some snap to her. She could communicate, could tell what was going on. Her eye was so swollen and beat, she couldn't close it or move it. 100 degrees. She was left with some diced onions and a single tortilla. She had been in there for 26 hours. It's a shed. An old man that lives nearby heard her, kind of suspected something was going on. He called the younger guy to come, who stayed there and talked to her until police got there. But the parents were gone 26 hours. The little girl did get put in foster care. The baby did as well. When they found the baby sister, who I think was maybe not quite 2, her eyes were blackened as well from being beat. And the parents are still awaiting trial, but I don't know the outcome. But this stuff is out there. Those are the kids that disappear in the system. Those are the kids that if a parent hates them too much, they sell them. It happens all the time. There was a big case in South Africa where somebody believed they had been voodooed, and so she sold her precious, beautiful little 7-year-old daughter to some guys who said, well, if you give it to us and we can sacrifice her, you know what they did to her. It will take away your curse. Anyway, it's all out there. But I know when you're watching that and you hear that precious little voice, you think, what the hell? Now, that's why I do these. Now, sometimes I will show you, right? I will show you that society's sick in many ways, but there's a little bit difference now, right? Society now projects this sickness. Now, you can tell between somebody who's quasi-sick to somebody who's really sick. But speaking with that, you know, there's a lot of sick fashion advice out there. That's a girl who believes she's now a guy who does fashion advice on social media. I think about that and I think that's somebody's kid. Like, what the hell? This is somebody's, at sometimes, precious child. What happened to this little girl to think that this is the only way she can get attention? I mean, the big arrow in the head, that should be a clue. Hey, look at me. I think that comes from children who were ignored. And they go to the farthest extreme because they hate themselves so much they look at. I'm going to show you another fashion one. I actually like this guy. He's a little messed up in the head. But he's very smart, very likable, has a thing for, he resuscitates old microphones from like the teens and the 20s and stuff and records with them. He's actually very good. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a little odd because I guess now he's decided he's a trans woman, but he's very articulate, right? This is a child that may be a little lost, but I'm telling you, I can see in this person, there's some really incredible talent in this one person. If somebody could just help this young man find focus, be okay with who he is, and really give him a challenge that will use his talents and allow him to succeed and find validation in himself. But he's caught right between, he's got skills. If you were to see him on his Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, he's got skills, but it's still a kid hurting. Anyway, check this one out. He does a really good job. I tell you, I like this kid.
This might look a little odd considering I am a trans woman, but believe it or not, every now and then I like dressing in vintage menswear just because I like it, and I spent all this money on the suits. What am I going to do, not wear them? So I like to call it doing drag. But just look at this outfit. We have this beautiful navy blue jacket, white cotton, just pure white cotton pants. Keep those nice and clean, makes you look great. Blue and white striped tie, an imperial collar, these are called. These are detachable. They can actually separate from the shirt. We got the boater hat. Look at that. Just completely made out of straw. I put my own ribbon on this. It's a modern reproduction boater hat. You can buy one of these brand new. And it gets even better because look under here, we got the pink shirt, pastel pink, and the suspenders. I mean, come on. We are absolutely styling. This is a pure summer suit outfit because this cotton is nice and breathable. It doesn't get too hot. I was outside in California in the 105-degree heat with this. These things hold up just fine.
So this is a guy who it seems fairly recently has decided he's transgender. I'm concerned about that because his first stuff doesn't show that. You can tell he's articulate. He can make some of this old technology work. But you can tell he's kind of been left alone, maybe a little too bit, and had nobody to mentor him and really draw out his skills and stuff. You're right. He's kind of like a W.C. Fields. I think this kid would make a great character actor. That's his true character. He's not playing. That's just how he comes across. Maybe too much estrogen, maybe parents that don't pay attention to him. I'll show it to you one more time, but he's very articulate. This is a child, when you think, what is he doing? What the hell just watched? It could actually turn out to be something good if somebody just paid the right attention to him.
This might look a little odd considering I am a trans woman, but believe it or not, every now and then I like dressing in vintage menswear just because I like it, and I spent all this money on the suits. What am I going to do, not wear them? So I like to call it doing drag. But just look at this outfit. We have this beautiful navy blue jacket, white cotton, just pure white cotton pants. Keep those nice and clean, makes you look great. Blue and white striped tie, an imperial collar, these are called. These are detachable. They can actually separate from the shirt. We got the boater hat. Look at that. Just completely made out of straw. I put my own ribbon on this. It's a modern reproduction boater hat. You can buy one of these brand new. And it gets even better because look under here. We got the pink shirt, pastel pink, and the suspenders. I mean, come on. We are absolutely styling. This is a pure summer suit outfit because this cotton is nice and breathable. It doesn't get too hot. I was outside in California in the 105-degree heat with this. These things hold up just fine.
Something tells me this kid, if he just got the right attention, could blossom. And I'm not saying turn into blossom, right? Great character actor or whatever, technically skilled. So when I look at these, I think, what the hell? This is a little different what the hell that I see in this kid, right? I see talent. I see talent. This kid is talented. That's sad. Now, there's all kinds of talent out there. I'm going to show you one thing that people are now sadly saying is a talent. I'll give it to you up front before I show you this. It is transformative. Sure. It is performance. Sure. I'm not sure I'd put this in the talent category, but I think this new culture that celebrates this is very dangerous. Here's their son.
So pretty. I've never seen you in that dress. Sure you have, honey. This is the one that I always pull out when my relationship starts.
Okay, so you have a son, we'll say he's effeminate. I have a very dear friend whose son was as queer as they come. Just really nice looking kid. Just wanted to be in the flag dancing team and whatever. It was just this thing, right? But this is somebody's precious son. And the family encourages this, right? And so it's bad enough with the list, but he's into the transformation stuff. You'll see.
So pretty. I've never seen you in that dress. Sure you have, honey. This is the one that I always pull out when my relationships start to get a little serious. Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper credit, I just walk away.
This is a conundrum for me. This is a conundrum for me. Let me tell you the conundrum. If you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. Yes, he came out really pretty, right? He came out really pretty. You got to admit it. Don't lie to yourself. But this is where for me, I think the line between parental support and sickness gets crossed. And here's what I mean. You can have a gay child and be totally supportive of the gay child, right? And he rocks that wig. But is there a line too far? Very feminine action, but is there a line too far in having kids, he's obviously a kid, go to this extent? Because I think that's the line between, okay, you have a gay child, support your gay child, right? You love them. They're your child. Love them to death. Hope they thrive in life. But when you take a kid, I believe this is sexualizing the kid. I think this opens kids up to predators. It's just me, but I think this opens kids up to predators, especially when you're supporting their social media and this is what they do.
So pretty, I've never seen you in that dress. Sure you have, honey. This is the one that I always pull out when my relationships start to get a little serious. Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper credit, I just walk away.
What do you think of that? There's part of it that says it's grooming. He might be a drag queen, that's totally fine, but a drag queen child? You ever been to a drag show? Drag shows are a blast, right? Absolute blast. If you've ever been to one, but it's entertainment, right? But is this culture now taking it too far? I think when it comes to kids, yes. Drag shows are fine for adults, right? Be what you are. But it is now moved into the kid realm. And I think that's dangerous. I think that is openly promoting gateways to sexuality. And I'll give you a good example. You can have a very pretty little girl and put her in pageants. I understand that's all the rage. But when you take a very pretty little girl and you dress her up in women's clothes and in women's makeup, you're crossing a line that's dangerous because you're putting them on display. There's nothing wrong about having beautiful children. Nothing wrong about having beautiful children. Little girls being little girls. Beauty shows, whatever you want to call it. But the moment it goes to that John Benet Ramsey kind of stuff that should be reserved for adults, I think it becomes grooming. I think it becomes dangerous. And that's not a statement about the kid. That's a statement about the parent. You don't take little girls. You see them all over these social media. You'll see a little girl that's an incredible gymnast. You can look at these accounts. You'll find them. Their parents promote them. They buy ads, and the little girls in their little gym leotards doing splits and all this other stuff, right for the camera. But if you look at what follows these accounts, it's heavily men. Now, the parent thinks it's no big deal because they're cashing in the kid, make them famous. Maybe it will lead to a career, or maybe they make money on their Instagram. How is that not pimping your kids? Just a question. How is that not pimping your kids? And you're right, Kitty. Shirley Temple was the very first one exploited. You know the Shirley Temple story, right? It was her grandmother that put her in there. I don't know if it was Metro Golden or Meyer, whoever it was. She would take Shirley Temple to the studio head, leave her, and tell young Shirley Temple, you do whatever he says. And he was fondling her, doing all kinds of stuff when she was a tiny tot. This is it. You have parents that are groomers, and you have groomers. Society has become the groomer, and society's okay with it. And that's why I think when I see things, what the hell? How can a parent not be aware that they're taking their little precious 6 or 7-year-old who does gymnastics, putting her in tiny stuff, having her do it, when you see all the guys are followers and the parents making money? Do they not even comprehend if that child was ever, for whatever reason, spotted on the street by a predator that followed her, that child's going to disappear? How do parents not think through these things? And there's tons of big kid earners. Now, there's tons of kids out there that do toys and tons of kids that do science project stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the grooming part of it. And that's why I say when I see these things, I think, what the hell? I mean, why is it we're taking boys and trying to make them girls? What happened to the old days? Either sex, male or female. What happened in the old days? Somebody was just gay and a flamer, and that was okay.
Okay, so we're going to Breakaway Music Festival tonight.
And babe, I'm not letting you break away from me wearing that. You look ravishing. Tell them what you're wearing.
Really?
Ravishing. Oh my God. I just need to get that dual lace body leotard. It would look so good on me. You know what happened when it was just okay to be a gay flamer and that was it? You didn't have to try to, I'm a lady or I'm a woman or any of that stuff. It's kind of got out of control, don't you think?
Okay, so we're going.
These guys are adults.
Okay, so we're going to Breakaway Music Festival tonight.
And babe, I'm not letting you break away from me wearing that. You look ravishing. Tell them what you're wearing.
Really? Well, thank you. Well, this cute little rhinestone cheetah print set I got from Amazon. Glasses are key. You know, I gotta have these at night, even if it's gonna be nighttime. My shorts are from Zara. And then I have on my Stan Smith Adidas, my wedding ring, and then my bag has all my essentials in it. I got it from Amazon.
Wow. And I have on my 7-Eleven bucket cap. Glasses I think I got from Amazon. Shirt is my Celsius t-shirt from last year. I have my Lululemon little bag here. I have on my wedding band, Apple Watch, American Eagle jeans, and the shoes are Coach.
I'm ready to go have some fun.
Now, culture and media has basically shared that if you're LGBTQRS and MNRP, that the world hates you. This is where you don't teach history. Liberace was like that. Totally fine. It wasn't a big deal. And Liberace had great talent, right? It just wasn't a big deal. Paul Lynde. Remember Paul Lynde? He is funny. Paul Lynde was one of the funniest. What happened? What happened? They sold a lie, right? They sold a lie by breaking up the communities and basically saying you had no rights. And they were there all along. Little Richard, you're right. Nobody gave a shit. Talent was talent. Your talent wasn't being flashy and fruity. I just want you to think about that. There were a lot of well-known gay actors. Ones that hit it, Rock Hudson, ones that didn't, Raymond Burr, right? Pee Wee Herman, never hit it, character. But they were known for their talents. They weren't known for being gay. Like Paul Lynde. Paul Lynde is a freaking genius, right? Elton John. It was no big deal. How did we go in this society convincing so many gay youth that they were marginalized, which they never was? And if you have talent, you have talent. Because see, what they did is they lowered the bar. It didn't matter if you were a flaming whatever, right? Flaming, it didn't matter if you had Jim Neighbors, Gomer Pyle, if you had talent. It didn't matter. But see, in this equality, what'd they do? Did they elevate anything? Hell no. They lowered the bar and brought in sickness. Isn't that weird? And yes, T. Bracken says it was still in the closet where it belongs. I don't think sexuality is an identity. I don't think vegetarian is an identity. I don't think Mexican American is an identity, or African American, which is a big fucking lie. We're all just humans. And so when I see this and I think, what the hell? I see how they divided us all with that screwing little hyphen. But it is to divide everybody down. Nobody cared that Freddie Mercury was a fat bottom girl. Nobody cared. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. But what happened? In the name of equality, they're saying they're raising everybody up. Nope, they're bringing everybody down. And it's really weird. What it does is I think it takes normal kids and they have a far different expectation to live up to because of what social media does. And a prime example of that is this beautiful little girl.
My name is Nick, and this is my voice one day on T. My name is Nick, this is my voice 1 week on T. My name is Nick, this is my voice 2 weeks on T. My name is Nick, this is my voice 3 weeks on T. My name is Nick, this is my voice 4 weeks on T. My name is Nick, this is my voice 5 weeks on T. My name is Nick, this is my voice 6 weeks on T. My name is Nick, and I think I'm 8 weeks on T now. My name is Nick, and this is my voice 9 weeks on testosterone. My name is Nick, and this is my voice 10 weeks on T. My name is Nick, and this is my voice 11 weeks on T. I'll update this whenever I remember, because I lost count. My name is Nick, and I am 18 weeks on T. My name is Nick, and this is my voice 19 weeks on T. I am now 6 months on T. But TikTok is getting banned tomorrow, so unfortunately I won't be able to finish this video. But I got this far, and I'm gonna keep going.
Pretty girl made a pretty boy. But where did this idea, well, you need to become a boy, come from? How does that happen? It's nobody's business if she was a young girl and she was attracted to girls. Nobody's business. But they've sold this package. Well, if you're that and you really want to be a pioneer and you really want to be a hero and you really want to be this, you need to do this. And it becomes a spectacle. Now, she made a cute boy. What a sad loss of a girl. But I believe a lot of these people go on to be delusional like this.
Oh my gosh, I just have to gush about this. I just had a male passenger, probably in his early mid-20s, be surprised to learn through conversation that I'm a trans woman rather than just some girl. That's after 10 minutes of conversation with me. He's like, wait, you're trans? My passing game apparently is passing more and more these days. I am so in love with life right now.
Yeah, your passing game is passing more and more these days. You pass on the left for slow traffic because you're an Uber driver, but I don't think you're really passing. And I think somebody was being polite going, oh, you're trans? As if they didn't know. And he equates that he got a compliment that couldn't tell I was trans.
Oh my gosh, I just have to gush about this. I just had a meal pass.
Were they only looking at the back of his head, or is he giving bullshit for attention?
Oh my gosh, I just have to gush about this. I just had a male passenger, probably in his early mid-20s, be surprised to learn through conversation that I'm a trans woman rather than just some girl. That's after 10 minutes of conversation with me. He's like, wait, you're trans? My passing game apparently is passing more and more these days. I am so in love with life right now.
In all actuality, he does performance shows at the annual Gay Blind American Conference, and he passes. Are you kidding me? Well, we know where it comes from. I've nailed it down. It's the additives in our foods, like French fries, that do this to people.
So, zum Frühstück hatte ich schon 2 Golfbälle und jetzt gibt's was Ordentliches, nämlich ein richtig schönes.
Translate, I eat French fries 6 times a day. You should too. They're beautiful. Look.
So, zum Frühstück hatte ich schon 2 Golfbälle und jetzt gibt's was Ordentliches, nämlich ein richtig schönes Steak. Da freue ich mich schon. Einen schönen Abend.
What the hell is that?
So, zum Frühstück hatte ich schon 2 Golfbälle und jetzt gibt's was Ordentliches, nämlich ein richtig schönes Steak. Da freue ich mich schon. Einen schönen Abend.
Is it just for attention, or are we like neutering our male population?
Get ready with me to talk to my digital kids all day. It's 6 p.m. and I just got out of bed because I fell asleep at 5 a.m. from playing Minecraft all night. But that's actually completely fine because I don't have a job, so I can do whatever I want for the rest of the day. My mom told me to shower today once again, so I'm just going to walk into the bathroom and walk back out because I'm not doing that. If my mom wants me to shower, she better buy me some shampoo because I can't afford it. PAX East is next week, and I gotta make sure my sweatshirt's extra stinky for everyone that meets me. Alright, let me get on my digital server and put on my headphones.
Okay. Before I play the rest of it, you remember the little kitty cat girl? Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. I just want to see if I can find this. You remember our little kitty cat girl that I said makes me want to adopt a kitten? Let me see if I can find her. Hang on. Give me a moment. I'll just see if it pops up quick. If it doesn't, then I won't worry about it. But you remember the little meow girl? And she had her group of kittens. You remember that? Cute, cute girl. And she showed a meow for help and a meow for wipe my booty and a meow for when my kitty needs a little more attention, if you know what I mean. You remember her? This guy, well, I'll let you listen to it.
Get ready with me to talk to my digital kids all day. It's 6 p.m. and I just got out of bed because I fell asleep at 5 a.m. from playing Minecraft all night. But that's actually completely fine because I don't have a job, so I can do whatever I want for the rest of the day. My mom told me to shower today once again, so I'm just going to walk into the bathroom and walk back out because I'm not doing that. If my mom wants me to shower, she better buy me some shampoo because I can't afford it. PAX East is next week, and I gotta make sure my sweatshirt's extra stinky for everyone that meets me. Alright, let me get on my digital server and put on my headphones and enter a voice call. Hey, Shadow Princess! Ooh, hey, my Pookie Bear! Meow! And that's usually what my mornings look like. Thanks for watching.
Yes, he has his own little cat clique. He's a cat.
Get ready with me to talk to my digital kids all day. It's 6 p.m. and I just got out of bed because I fell asleep at 5 a.m. from playing Minecraft all night. But that's actually completely fine because I don't have a job, so I can do whatever I want for the rest of the day. My mom told me to shower today once again, so I'm just gonna walk into the bathroom and walk back out because I'm not doing that. If my mom wants me to shower, she better buy me some shampoo because I can't afford it. PAX East is next week, and I gotta make sure my sweatshirt is extra stinky for everyone that meets me. Alright, let me get on my digital server and put on my headphones and enter a voice call. Hey, Shadow Princess! Ooh, hey, my Pookie Bear! Meow. And that's usually what my mornings look like. Thanks for watching.
I also too thought, what the hell? But I also too thought, shampoo for what? Shampoo than what? Big by gal Dallas. The argument for tranny is it's better to transition than commit suicide. I say mental illness can be helped. Trannies are transitioning back to original state of being. Now, is that Big Al Dallas or by gal Dallas? I could take that two ways, but you're right. But the numbers have always been the same. When he goes to that PAX, which is the gaming conference, do you think he's going to take his binky and his blankie? What do you think? You think he'll take his binky and his blankie? Here's some of the type of people he'll meet up with.
This is a video about my pronouns. I previously made one, but there's stuff that I didn't say that I want to say, so remaking this. When I go live, I get a lot of questions about my pronouns, and so I figured it'd just be easier to have a video to send people to. So here you go. I use ze, them, it, its, and they, them pronouns. Ew. Most people know how to use they, them, and it, its pronouns, so I'm not going to explain those. I'm just going to talk about my ze, them pronouns. So ze, them are a set of pronouns that are neo-pronouns, pretty bird, which basically just means that they are another type of pronoun. To me, pronouns have never equaled gender, so anyone of any gender can use any pronouns. Most women use she, her, most men use he, him, but to me, pronouns don't equal gender. So my pronouns don't mean anything. They are just ways that I like to be referred to. I don't mind if people use one set of my pronouns. If people use all three sets of my pronouns interchangeably, doesn't matter to me. I'm fine with whatever. And no, I don't care if you, a stranger on the internet, uses my pronouns or not. I don't know you. I don't care. Misgender me all you want. So, pretty bird, why do I use these pronouns? I use these pronouns because I like how it feels when people use them for me. Also, they're fun. Why not? It's just a different way to express yourself. Yeah. Now for how to use them. So it would be like, Z is crocheting. I am watching their live. I'm crocheting with them. Hey, that's how you use them. I spell mine X-E, X-E-M, and X-E-R. X-E-R. But there's also, the other spelling of spelling it with a Z. I just prefer how it looks with an X. Anyways, I believe that is all that I wanted to say. If you have any other questions, comment them down below. I'm really open to educating people and having a genuine conversation about this.
So I guess that's Tourette's. Tourette's was sign language. She flipped you off to catch it. But here's the question I have. Logical question. Did you see her go, pretty bird, like she's a parrot? Is that the source of the color in her hair? Pretty bird, right? That she's a parrot? Now, the real question I have, because she said ask any question. If I go get Cat Girl that has a litter of kittens that take care of her, and I put her together with this pretty girl, would Cat Girl, Kitten Girl eat Pretty Bird? Can I watch? Okay. By the way, do you blow fire?
What planet are you from?
I don't know planet-wise, but I do know that I was a dragon being.
That's a girl. was a girl, now becoming a guy. Pretty bird. But he asked her, do you blow fire?
What planet are you from?
I don't know planet-wise, but I do know that I was a dragon being.
Could you really blow fire?
Yes, but it's not fire.
That dude with the beard in Mom's home, his nickname's Fire. She's not telling the truth. He's not telling it. What?
What planet are you from?
I don't know planet-wise, but I do know that I was a dragon being.
Could you really blow fire?
Yes, but it's not fire in the way we think of it. It's more cleansing fire. I always kind of felt attracted to dragons, just feeling like, oh yeah, this is my kind of being. But then, as I was really feeling that, allowing myself to open up more, I'm like, I know what it's like to be a dragon. I know the physical sensations.
And then you was on mushrooms and you was just feeling it?
It's actually weak.
I still want to know if she blows fire. Speaking of blowing things, this may be a little bit out there what I show you next. And I've been showing you all kinds of weird whatever. And I can't, we shouldn't talk about people's sexual appendages. So what's the replacement word so we don't get banned? Yeah, and Mr. Hater says, you can't blame the weed. Let's see, what should we say? Instead of saying a schlong, we'll say pickle. Will that work? Will that work? Pickle? You get what I'm talking about, right? Let's watch one of these trannies or whatever take on 6 pickles at one time. Warning.
Today I'm going to be doing 6 pickles, 6 different ways, part 14. First, I got a Nesquik pickle, a Nesquickle, then a dill pickle pepperoni pickle, the Pepperickle.
Oh, come on. What were you thinking I was talking about, you dirty bird? Jeez.
Today I'm going to be doing 6 pickles, 6 different ways, part 14. First, I got a Nesquik pickle, a Nesquickle, then a dill pickle pepperoni pickle, the Pepperickle, a powdered sugar pickle, a Powdickle Sugickle, a guacamole pickle, Guacickle Molickle, a Triscuit pickle, Triskickle, and a cheesecake pickle.
A pickle molickle. She must be dyslexic because everybody knows it's more lickle my pickle.
Today I'm going to be doing 6 pickles, 6 different ways, part 14. First, I got a Nesquik pickle, a Nesquickle, then a dill pickle pepperoni pickle, the Pepperickle, a powdered sugar pickle, a Powdickle Sugickle, a guacamole pickle, Guacickle Molickle, a Triscuit pickle, Triskickle, and a cheesecake pickle, Cheesickle Cakekickle. And obviously I have to set the mood with my pickle candle and my pickle lighter, Nesquickle. That was interesting, to say the least. 4 out of 10. Pepperickle. Honestly, wow. I think I would give that one like a 9 out of 10. Powdickle Sugickle. Well, the powdered sugar kind of dissolved, and I got some Nesquik on it. Ooh, 0 out of 10. And that was nasty. Guacickle Molickle. Honestly, wow, I think I would give that one like a 11 out of 10. Triskickle. Honestly just tastes like if like you put like hay on a pickle, but it's not bad. It's not bad, okay? I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Cheesickle Cakekickle. That one actually was pretty good. I think I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I would definitely say the Guacickle Molickle took the cake here. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Well, at least it's not pickle about pickles. You know what I mean? Okay, last one. See, you never know. I will tempt you when you think there's going to be a tranny doing 6 pickles at one time, and you had dirty thoughts. And it was truly pickles. It's all about the words, folks. Okay. Do you remember when Angela Jolie and what's his name? Billy Bob Thornton. Yes, she's a pickle slurper, right? Anyway, do you remember when Angela Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton took a little bit of their blood and they wore it as a keepsake? Right? And Billy Bob Thornton's very good in Landman, if you've seen it. It's very interesting. Anyway, there is kind of a craze taking off in new ways to commit to your partner. You'll hear this correctly. I am not going to interrupt it, but this might be an interesting commitment ring, maybe.
I am obsessed with this pube hair ring. Not only did my client choose a white ceramic base, which just pops so well. P.S. That's a huge reason why these rings need custom consults, because there are so many choices for the ring blanks. It's just easier to have that one-on-one combo with each client to figure out which ring they want for their base. Anyways, I got to inlaying each little hair individually through multiple layers. The ceramic rings don't like my ring mandrel very much. They tend to slippy slide, but we dealt with it. Honestly, this entire look, the white, the blue background, how the hairs look over top is just chef's kiss perfection.
A pubic hair ring, the artist making it for you requires a personal consultation. I wonder if she does the trimming. So, but I got you, honey, for Christmas. It's a ring of my pubic hairs. Oh my God, I just realized, does that literally make it if I gave it a cock ring?
I am obsessed with this pube hair ring. Not only did my client choose a white ceramic base, which just pops so well. P.S. That's a huge reason why these rings need custom consults, because there are so many choices for the ring blanks. It's just easier to have that one-on-one combo with each client to figure out which ring they want for their base. Anyways, I got to inlaying each little hair individually through multiple layers. The ceramic rings don't like my ring mandrel very much. They tend to slippy slide, but we dealt with it. Honestly, this entire look, the white, the blue background, how the hairs look over top is just chef's kiss perfection.
You can tell she's been trained in marketing. It just pops so well. It's just chef's kiss perfection. Just a question. And yes, now you've seen it all. And now you understand why I do. What the hell did I just watch? Because you might not find these things on your own, but this is what is really being consumed out there in volume. This is what is blaring across the world. Could you imagine being an anthropologist 200 years in the future? And if you could watch these videos, what would you think? What would you think we were? You see very, very, very few of this. Like the one French fry one was German. But understanding this is to understand the great deception that's going on. And that's why I even do these. Because, see, people think you don't see these things or whatever, which is fine. We dig for them to find them. The more outrageous, the better. But you have to understand the world sees these. Some of these videos have millions of plays and are taken serious. For me, a lot of the amplification of it is specifically designed to destroy America and what America stands for. I mean, most people don't put together the dots. You have somebody that supposedly was an FBI agent and quit, and then all of a sudden they get a YouTube account and have 2 million followers, and they're supposedly conservative. That doesn't happen organically. That's a setup. And I think a lot of these, right? A lot of these, and most people don't realize it, and the kids think they're superstars or whatever, or I'm getting views. It's warfare. It literally is warfare. I show you this, and I'll make fun of it, and we'll have a few laughs or whatever to break it up. But even though it's funny, it's not funny, you have to understand these are the new weapons of war. The system takes a lot of this stuff and synthetically amplifies it to hit our young kids, to hit teens, to hit stuff. And this is why you should know it's there. And it's why I even do these. What the hell did I just watch? It's warfare. It's psychological warfare. And we are trapped in a world of evil. And I don't think people really understand from a biblical standpoint, we live in Satan's realm. Period. The Bible tells you that. We live in Satan's realm. There is so much fakery around us. Ex-FBI this, whistleblower, but their lives didn't get ruined. I know the person in the FBI that blew the whistle on Comey years before we even knew what Comey really was, and she came out and blew the whistle. They destroyed her life. Now you say, oh, I'm an FBI whistleblower, and they got 2 million followers on YouTube. I want you to think of that. And most people can never put that together. Oh, I'm a hero of election integrity, and they got 750,000 followers, but they have nothing to do with it. Also, like when you see supposed conservatives, oh, bank your vote, you got to vote early, you got to do it. You got to understand they're paid by the system. I do these to help you understand what's out there, to help you understand how the psychological warfare works. Yes, we laugh at it and have fun. But evil and darkness is real. If you ignore it and don't understand what it is and don't understand what role it plays and understand how to push back on it, we all get captured. And it may be uncomfortable. Somebody said when I did the little setup jokingly, use a tranny, watch what she does with 6 pickles. Somebody said, I'm out of here. Have a little tougher skin, right? Have a little tougher skin than that. But the only way to make some sense out of all of it is you've got to look at every bit of it. You've got to know what's out there. You've got to know what they're doing to our kids. You've got to know what they're holding up. And you got that kid on social media, hates their fucking life, living out in East Jesus Junction, Utah, comes across this kid and sees they got 500,000 views. Oh, maybe if I go there, and kids will do it. They'll adopt it, just like they'll dress up like their favorite band or their favorite Hollywood star or do these adaptations to themselves. That's the truth. Everything's been weaponized, and you were right. You got to know your enemy. I take hits from people generally weak-minded. Oh, you shouldn't be doing stuff. That's it. Because those are people that have their heads in the ground or just want to bitch and complain. I'm not a bitcher and complainer. I'm going to show you this stuff. Right? I'm going to show you this stuff. And you've got to see it. And I use humor and stuff to do it, to keep your attention, because, you know, it's sad. Nothing keeps our attention anymore. And we now live in what is really a 10 to 15 second decision window. Everything in media is based on a 10 or 15 second window. That's why I won't just do really quick shows. You gotta get into it. If you're going to fight this war, if you're going to fight evil, you got to look it in the face. You got to understand what it is. You got to understand how it works. You got to understand how it wins. You got to understand how it spreads, how it manipulates, because you learn nothing if you turn away. But if you turn away, we lose everything. I love you all. Please support our work, guys. This is a big war. Share this program. Probably hungry for a pickle now, aren't you?
Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The historic Maricopa County full forensic audit effort processed 20,895,610 digital and forensic images of varying formats, resulted in 208 million individual evidence-proof files. The system processed over 58 billion forensic measurements, resulting in over 2 trillion individual base computations. No hopium, no hype, just hardcore forensic evidence. Please make sure the Maricopa County Full Forensic Audit Archives survive. Donate now. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We can't do it without you. We need you. America needs you. Our future needs you. Please donate now.
You fight for free and fair elections, invent and scan the ballots of kinematic artifact detection. You love to read and learn, travel and explore. You're a fearless, braveheart patriot who's opened doors. You are courage, you're our voice. Jovan, we thank you for what you're fighting for. You're our warrior. You are brave like a lion. You're David fighting Goliath, couldn't ask for more. You're our warrior. Think of what you've done for you, for me, for our country. You'll go down in history as our warrior. You lead by God and always do what's right. In the battle for our nation, you lead the fight. We pray for your safety, the armor of God to protect you from all of us. Here's a thank you for all that you do. You are courage, you're our voice. Jovan, we thank you for what you're fighting for. You're our warrior. You are brave like a lion. You're David fighting Goliath, couldn't ask for more. You're our warrior. Think of what you've done for you, for me, for our country. You'll go down in history as our warrior. Jovan, you're a hero we stand behind. We're inspired by the fire inside your eyes. American proud, we know you fight behind you through everything. You are courage, you're our voice. Jovan, we thank you for what you're fighting for. You're our warrior. You are brave like a lion. You're David fighting Goliath, couldn't ask for more. You're our warrior. Think of what you've done for you.